What up? What up? Too early in the morning for this. Killed my progress. Killed it. We've been running throughout the night. Go Phoenix. What up? Man. Can you hear me? What it sound like? Sitting out here at the dealership. Kenworth this time. I was able to get to a dealer. It didn't start doing any of the D-rate stuff yet. But my few check engine lights binged on. The def light came on still. As far as not blinking. And it's saying poor def quality. Like replace def fluid or replace def to basically keep it from derating. Man, and I just came through St. Louis for real. I was on 64 heading towards Indiana. I was heading there to pick up a Conestoga from one of our yards there in Indiana. And was gonna pick up tomorrow morning, and still can. Picking up tomorrow morning in West Virginia. Had that load going down to Camden, Arkansas. So we're gonna see what happens now. Yeah, definitely for me. Like I went the longest time, like I refused to get, the last 2 times it happened after getting def at Love's. So I literally stopped getting def at the Love's pumps. I would maybe buy the bottle. And normally I kind of stopped getting away from def pumps, period. But I went ahead and was coming across 70, because we came out of Kansas last night, Kansas City. Bobtailing, making my way into Indiana. So I've been behind the wheel since probably maybe 2 a.m. trying to get us, just across so we can get this empty trailer, head to our pickup, and keep it pushing and striving to be home for the holidays this weekend. So I got fuel was low. And I seen a quick trip right there before you get into St. Louis. I guess like St. Peter's or something like that. Pulled in there. They had diesel for like $3.80 something. And everything I've been seeing, $4.50, $4.65 for the most part since I was coming down 80, 70. So I went ahead and jumped on that. Like, let me go ahead and fill up, because it probably won't get much better than that, even when I get into West Virginia. So I should be able to make the pickup, make the delivery, and still maybe have fuel left. Man. And went ahead and got 10 gallons of def fluid. It wasn't quite at a quarter. So I went ahead and threw, a little something in here just to bring it back up so I won't have to worry about no fuel or nothing. Hopefully definitely for this next load, and maybe for the next few days of the week. And I might have made it, like I said, from that St. Peter's area. I think it's St. Peter's. Through the St. Louis area, made myself got to 64. Bing! Light comes on. So I jump off the highway at a pilot I found. Try to shut the truck off, kill all my main power switches. Let it sit for a few, see if I can crank it back up, maybe clear it out. Didn't think it was going to work, but I thought it was worth a try. Then I get on the phone, start trying to call around. Like I said, I had already came through St. Louis, so anything that was available would have been behind me. Nothing no more than 2 hours of driving. As far as something being ahead of me, nothing closer than 2 hours up the road. And I already know that 2 hour mark, when that light come on, you're gonna start teetering with the D-rate stuff. You're gonna get but a couple hundred miles, if that. So I didn't want to try risking trying to make it to none of that stuff, put myself further away from civilization, basically. So I started calling around. The Peterbilt spot I called, they all pack car. So I called a Pete spot. They talking about it would probably be a week or so before they could even do any check engine light, anything. I'm like, dang, like a week.
So David said you got older equipment that has done fantastic since the day you purchased it. Will all work out.
Oh yeah, the motor and everything is running. The truck is running fine.
Peace, Ray David. He said he got to go.
Appreciate you, Ray.
And GNF Acquisition said delete, and avoid Cali and New Jersey, my guy.
Yeah, I feel that too. But I can't avoid Cali and New Jersey because I'm OTR, and with the type of freight, not to mention the money that it pays,
some of that stuff comes.
I can't avoid going into random cities. I'm not going to even attempt to do that. But yeah, so
it's that typical Peterbilt stuff, especially.
But yeah, I definitely have heard that when it comes to the deletes. But then you start running into limitations on where you can even get your truck worked on at. Because the last time this happened, talking to a guy in there, I was telling him about some delete stuff. Well, the tech guy, and I think he said he had a truck come in his shop before that had a def delete on it. They made dude come get his truck. Like, they can't even have it definitely inside of their shop, and they don't even want a truck that been tampered with like that on the premises. So then you start, if I was local or could really not run certain areas for real, maybe you could have mechanic shops that's willing to mess with your stuff, even though you out of quote unquote compliance. But you got to have a private or personal mechanics and stuff like that. And being OTR, I ain't trying to play that game. But yeah, so I called the Peterbilt spots. They couldn't get me in no time soon, so I called the Kenworth spot. That was pretty much the same proximity, about 20-some miles from where I was. And they said they probably could get their second shift to look at it. So that was the best option I had. So I went ahead and jumped on it. I do see a Best Western hotel within distance, a few other little spots in distance. I don't know if they got Uber stuff here or not. Some places don't have it, depending on where you are. So I've done the initial check-in and did all of that. So we kind of just waiting for dude to come out, hook the box up, and check to see what's the codes, what's what. I do remember the last time dude was saying something was happening because I can't get my truck to do a forced regen. I know a lot of times on these trucks, this ain't super new, it's a 2016, but a lot of them do, rolling regens or just automatic regens. And once this happened, it did click in my head like, dang, I don't remember the last time my truck did a regen. So it could be something as simple as clearing the codes out, do a force regen. I don't know. I had the receipt of the last time we got work done. So I gave that to them also so they can at least have some type of reference points on what's been done recently, that sort of thing, so they maybe can try to diagnose that way also. But it is what it is. Like I said, I ain't even per se tripping off of the fact that it happened, because stuff's gonna happen. It ain't if, but when. I ain't really tripping off what it's possibly gonna cost to fix it. We've had some stuff done a couple times, so I got a good idea of what that's gonna run. It's just the fact of it happening out here where we are, not to mention heading to go pick up a load, counting down. This has been our last week before heading home. So just that whole limbo of being here and depending on the shop, what's actually wrong, how quick they work, how long I'm gonna be here. So it's just the timing of it all. Like you said, yeah, it's just the timing of it all that sucks.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is. It's definitely that, for sure. But the truck's been running fine, man.
I heard you up here and I was like, oh Lord.
You heard me start cussing, right?
Yes, and I could tell when it's something serious because of the.
Yeah, you knew I ain't missed no turn.
Yeah.
It was way deeper than missing the exit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. go with this.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, it's just the timing, man.
It always seems though like that something happens right when we on like a mission to like a good load, like a good load.
Yeah, that sucks too. The
Like when we
load.
be off or when we just be chilling or maybe we have a load that we like, well, this is,
Nothing happens.
nothing happens. Nothing happens.
I'm literally was heading to pick up a Conestoga to go to a location that we've been to before, but this was all prior to doing flatbed. So I don't know what they were going to per se load in the Conestoga. I got some ideas just because I know what that particular customer ships out. But I was definitely looking forward to, and still am looking forward to, seeing just what that load is and the uniqueness of it to see if it's something completely different than things we've hauled before.
Gold Phoenix said, deleting is fine until you get caught. A lot of places were reported.
Yeah.
Hi, Britt Lachey. She said, hi, everyone. We spoke to her. And he said, my dad's truck blew a head gasket. It's the season for breakdowns.
Yeah.
But it is, though. It really is. This is the time that,
you figure, shucks.
actually, you should work on your maintenance, like, months before the winter comes in for preparation for winter. But
yeah, but what sucks,
sometimes
shucks.
you be running and I mean, you do your regular maintenance, but it can still happen.
We just had a tire blow out 4 days ago.
Right. And I swear I think that we had got those tires. We just got those. We did. We just got those tires.
It ain't about the tire. You can have a blowout that don't. That's kind of irrelevant. We could have rolled over some.
I know.
Who knows?
I guess with a truck it's different because you cannot think like with your truck and with the wear and tear on it that you're gonna have the same level of maintenance that you would with a car or a vehicle.
It's no comparison.
Yeah, no, it ain't no comparison.
But yeah, I do agree with that. That's why we was looking forward to getting home after these, few months of being out here running, getting home safe. I'm literally like, this could have possibly been our last load of the week, maybe. We may have had one other one that followed because we would have ended up in Arkansas. So I'm sure we would have got some out of there, got us back somewhere near close to Virginia by the end of the week. And I was going to be heading to the house, man. So it's just the timing of it all. Like I said, best case scenario, we get out of here this afternoon sometime, still be able to run, make my pickups. I haven't even called the company at all. I haven't called my DM. I haven't relayed any info to anybody because I just want to see what it's going to hit for before I make any drastic moves or decisions that could, one, cost me the load, and two, just put us in some form of shop status, because then you out of all contention for any loads until you can update your status. Best case scenario, I didn't have a trailer on board. Like I said, I literally bobtailed. I went to 2 of our locations last night in Kansas City area trying to get a empty to travel with, but both locations didn't have any, so I was on a bobtail tip. And like I said, the truck been running fine all night. Like, it's been running fine since we had the work done. Only thing I can think of is...
Was it the first time you got something from the pump?
No, I've gotten a few gallons here or there from the pump since. The last time I got that was from the pump. And I don't really try to fill it up. I think I might have put 10 gallons in here this morning. Just to get us over the halfway mark with a full tank of fuel. So, I can already get doggone near a couple grand out of that mile-wise. So I'm thinking that could have possibly been close to our last fuel that we would have done before heading home. So I don't know, man. Pissed off though, but I don't want to get too high, too low. Just like I don't ever want to be too high, because you never know how stuff gonna waver one way or another. It just sucks though.
Definitely sucks.
And it's just, keeping it a buck to try, because we don't have a lot of issues. We just haven't.
No,
It's one thing when people say, you don't show when you have problems, or you make it seem one way. We haven't had any issues for real, and any issues we've made videos or at least spoke on it or made it known.
Right.
So this is just one of them things, man. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. But what y'all doing?
Right before the holiday.
Hand me
We got grapes and we got cantaloupe.
let me try the grapes. Cantaloupe. You never know what that's gonna hit for. And we got a couple salads too. But I'll wait to eat that. But yeah, man.
Went to the store to Love's last night, man. They was all unprepared. They had salads, but they didn't have no dressing. Like no salad dressing.
They had it, they just
They
went
had
out.
it, but it wasn't out. Yeah, like, come on, get it together, people.
What up, what up? DeVar Stevens.
Devin Stevens.
What I said, DeVar?
Uh-huh.
I ain't got my glasses on.
Yes, that is the dog snoring. Chase is so loud, like no such thing as doing videos anymore.
Kicking it in
without
Portland. About to head to Seattle, then back to Portland. Finally out of that hole. From Cole, I bet. Yeah, you were down a little bit, bro. And your voice was raggedy too. Okay, goes here goes. I think this dude. Yeah, he coming out here with a little laptop thing in his hand. That's the guy I spoke to.
Right.
So we're gonna see.
Diagnostic time.
Yeah, we're gonna see how it pan out. I'm gonna let it play out. Unless he need us to do something particular. So I'll let y'all see how or peep the scene. Back up. Oh, you good, bro. Back up. No one wants to meet you. Get out of the way. So yeah, man, I don't know, man. I got to the point where I stopped getting deaf at pumps. Was just getting it in the bottles. Just because to me, it just was, the last two times it happened, it was with Loves.
Yeah.
So I literally called myself like, stop getting Loves deaf, period.
Yeah.
But I threw another 10 gallons in here from a quick trip, right in, I think it's St. John's or St. Peter's or something, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And by the time I got to 64, good.
Doing that. I gotcha. Might just be the sensor in the tank going out. That's usually pretty
But I thought I don't know if you've seen the paperwork. I thought for sure I just replaced this doggone sensor, man. So I don't know. But I guess ain't no telling.
I'll double check with that. But yeah, I mean,
Is it that? But it's something. Then I haven't been able to get it to do a forced regen. And once this happened, it just clicked in my head like, man, I don't know when the last time my truck did a regen. So it normally does it in motion. You know, if I get to a stop sign or whatever, I see it come on. But I haven't seen that in a few.
Okay.
And I didn't think about it until this happened.
I gotcha.
So I'm like, man, I'm hoping it's something that could be simple and quick. Like I said, luckily this time I was able to catch it before I did in
Yeah, you
D-rating.
didn't have to have it towed or nothing.
Yeah,
like
because
that.
one time I'd done the 5 miles an hour for a couple miles before. And the last time it happened, as soon as I pulled into the truck dealership, it did it.
Really? Oh,
Like
shit.
literally, as soon as I got there. So
That's funny.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, 680, 109, 581.
Yeah, 581. So we got an old truck. That's to avoid the depth issues. I get it. What y'all do, you need a newer truck. Yeah, for sure. Our truck, I think our 2016 is technically outdated. If you try to come over here, you got to have a newer truck than this. So, anybody no telling. But I ain't never been really a fan of the whole.
That's all I need. I'm gonna grab a couple pictures in the truck, get everything turned in, and they'll get you pulled in as soon as they can.
All right, thank you, sir. I ain't never been a full fan of the whole death deleting and stuff like that. I'm not really one to just be randomly tampering with stuff. But I do understand the frustration when it comes to death, period. Because I literally don't like the fact that trucks even have death on them. And I guess it's all emissions and stuff like that. But it's just something else to cause issue, you know what I mean? So, but it is what it is. You know, a lot of people say, you know, that's the downside to why they don't want to be an owner-operator. They don't want to run their own truck. because the responsibilities of when things go wrong, it's serious, but it's also about being in a position to take care of those issues when they happen. So that's what I'm saying. The worst part about this whole thing is the timing of it, being about to head home, and then the real timing of it, because you don't know how long before it can get fixed.
Right.
Even if they diagnose it, I ain't gonna say they don't have the part, but you know what I mean. Things can happen that cause days to roll into days when you're talking about repairs.
It's a part of the sacrifice.
Far from where you live. Like that last time, the
Please.
beautiful part of it was
Chill out.
it happened in Chesapeake, Virginia, an hour and a half from the house. So I just called a ride and got picked up and went back home.
Yeah, but we done had times. We had one time where our truck was down for 9 days
Yeah.
and we was in Albuquerque.
We was down 9 days in Albuquerque,
Yeah.
New Mexico, with a brand new Volvo
With a brand new Volvo.
with 40,000 miles on it, and we blew a turbo.
Right.
So anything can happen, man, at any
Anything
given
can
time.
happen,
That's a
yeah.
fat ass grip. And yes, it's seedless.
That's probably the most important thing you want to be mindful of if you do decide to become an owner-op is your maintenance account and your maintenance.
Just
Because
making
you
money,
need your
period.
truck. Yeah, you need your truck and you need it to be running well. So overall, that's going to be your number one expense outside of fuel.
Yeah, so I never was really one that wanted to be an owner operator that wanted to own a truck, but it had to make sense. And being able to generate the type of money we can generate, pulling the type of freight that we pull, it made sense. Because, you can make the money and not be out here trying to stretch 1 week into 2 weeks, you know what I mean? So that's the best part about the whole thing. Take care of what takes care of you. Facts.
That's facts. C Law says, all I know, my maintenance guy tells me, don't overfill the DEF at the pump when it stops. I agree, using the boxes for sure seems better.
Yeah, and I didn't do that. Like I said, I literally only did 10 gallons. I don't even know if it was, I think it might have been $30, if that. I definitely only got 10 gallons because I knew it would put me right above a half a tank. And I know I can almost fill up twice. A full thing of DEF, I can basically fill up my tanks and run them out twice before I'm out of that DEF. So a half a tank of DEF and a full tank of fuel, by the time one was out, the other one would be going out. So I felt like that was a good blend of fuel to DEF to maintain what we needed to do. Our next load, we still had about 600 or 700 miles left to even get to the pickup, and then the load was about 1,000 miles. So I figured, 1,600 miles, give or take, on a full tank and a half a tank of DEF, I'm good. Like, I didn't see nothing wrong with doing it that way, but I haven't put in any bottles probably in some weeks.
Yeah, I haven't seen you do that in a while.
No, I did, because remember you was like,
I was
you
like,
gonna put that bottle, you gonna leave that bottle,
right
that box
there.
on the ground. I'm like, no, you was pointing out somebody else's bottle on the ground, and I was like, ours is about to meet it, or about to sit next to it. So yeah, I guess that's been a few weeks then. I think we're somewhere in Pennsylvania or somewhere. So that's been a few weeks. But man, so I don't know, man.
Well, good things is that we are about to go home.
Yeah.
And the weather is not crazy, so it's not like crazy out here. We was able to drive like 20 minutes to get here. No real issues. Because last time it was like 5 miles per hour. We was actually able to keep a 5 speed.
Oh yeah, I can drive the truck like normal right now,
Yeah.
and it ain't went into the D-Ray yet.
And we was able to get in because, like you said, the other place was like they was backed up a whole week.
before they could even pull, before they could even check your codes. Like what?
Yeah. One thing I like about Kenworth though, I feel like is this Kenworth?
Yeah, we're at a Kenworth spot right now.
One thing I like about them, I feel like they really do try to get their people in. Like we haven't had too many times where we've come near a Kenworth and they was like, no, we can't get you. For the most part, they pretty much will get you in, or if at least a diagnostic. So
I just like the fact of having a pack car and Peterbilt dealerships as well as Kenworth dealerships can work on you versus having a Detroit or Volvo, stuff like that. So just having two options of two dealerships and mechanic shops that can at least fix whatever your issues is, to me is a plus. You're very, very rarely gonna have that when it comes to Detroit engines or Volvos. I mean, I'm not too sure about Detroit. They may be a little more universal, you know, at Freightliners and places like that can do work also. But just having a pack car engine and having, you know, whether it's Rush or the Pete Store or various Kenworth locations that can work on your truck, to me it's a plus.
I think it's good too. We didn't have a load.
We're under a load.
We're under a load, but we didn't have a trailer.
Right, because last time we actually had a load on us and hauling the type of freight we haul, we couldn't just pull up to a shop like this, park the truck or park the trailer and leave it. We would literally have to stay hooked. Like they couldn't even pull my truck in the bay until I had another truck come and grab the load up off me. Like I wouldn't even be able to separate from it and have work done to it until somebody can come and secure the load from me. So it's I guess a blessing and a plus too that we didn't even have a load on our back in general. So we don't have to worry about a trailer at all. So like I said, I can keep trying to find bright spots. The silver lining.
There you go.
But ultimately, I'm pissed off, man. Tired.
Yeah.
Hungry.
Devin Stevens says God is good all the time. Yes, he is.
Hungry. And it's too early to just hop out and book a room yet. Can't even check in nowhere yet. So
When's our next load? Pick up.
Picks up tomorrow morning.
That's right.
West Virginia.
I knew it said 8 o'clock. Right?
We was about 200 miles from getting to the
That's 8 o'clock, right?
between 8 and 2 o'clock.
Girl, get off me.
And then it delivers pretty much the same between 8 and 2 in Arkansas. So that's why I don't want to throw the whole day away yet. Because if this is something that can get taken care of quick, you know, the last 2 times stuff happened was either really late in the day. No, the first time it happened was on a Saturday. And we had to wait till Monday because they only worked a short day on Saturdays. And then the last time, they weren't even able to get us in when we dropped it off. They couldn't get us in until the next day. So we ended up sitting home about a week that time. So hopefully they can get us in a decent amount of time, diagnose the problem. Hopefully it's something that they just can blow out, clean out, replace the pump, clean the pump.
Yeah, because we spent over $7,000
this year. This year we up to probably about $7,000 this year with depth issues. But the beautiful part in it is we didn't have to get a tow. Because a lot of times you figure to tow this truck, especially if you got a trailer or load on you, you looking at it's starting at $1,000.
And we had a truck now for 2 years. So
2 years,
I think that's still good. We haven't had any major issues.
I'm not even tripping off the truck. The truck itself is a beast. It's just the stupid death-related stuff that everybody talk about. It just makes it suck. But like I was saying, you talking about a tow truck, incorporating a tow on top of the parts and labor that you're going to incur fixing it. Like I said, if you get a tow truck, bro, you starting off with $1,000, $1,500 from the gate, and that's probably for 30 miles, 50 miles. Anything more than that, it's gonna get worse.
Remember that time we paid $600 just for them to move us a few feet? We had got stuck. Well, I had got stuck in the mud. Or did I get stuck in the mud?
We got stuck in some soft gravel, soft sand type of stuff somewhere in Arizona.
They charged us $600 just to move us like a few feet.
We got stuck, and we needed to be pulled maybe 20 feet, maybe.
I was like, word.
$600. But a lot of that is what they charge you just to come out to you.
You have 6 hours and 3 minutes of remaining drive time.
So yeah, man, it's all the way in the way right now. But it is what it is. It's gonna come with it.
That PA is more.
I wouldn't doubt it. That's why I'll say I refuse to go any further. Where I was on 64, going further away from St. Louis, it definitely would be a point in that trip to where I would be pretty far away from any and all civilization. I was heading to like going towards Louisville. Then I was gonna cut up into Indiana. But it would have been a point somewhere at the halfway mark where I would have been close to anything. Is it any good? Well, I wouldn't have been close to nothing. So I definitely decided I'm gonna stop right here where I'm at and count my blessings and find a place that's located close to me. Everything was closer into let me see it for into the St. Louis area, so a U-turn it was, and traveling back west it was. And it is what it is. So now we wait. Now we wait. So I figured we'd come over here and holler at y'all. But definitely, if we don't know nothing or have this process going in the next few hours, I'm gonna have to make a call, because I gotta make sure that they can get someone else on that load if in fact we can't haul it.
Right.
This ain't the type of freight that you want to last minute and they just can throw anybody on it. People gotta have certain clearances. They gotta be qualified to even haul it. So to make sure.
It's a flatbed load.
Yeah, it's a Conestoga. It would have been our first Conestoga actual load. I moved a Conestoga trailer before the other week, but I didn't have to get a load on it. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing and knowing what that load is. Because we picked up at the same location, but it was always with dry vans. So I'm wondering, by them requiring and ordering a Conestoga for it, I really want to know.
Keep setting an example that you guys are setting for others. Oh, thank you.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
That it was going to be something unique, I'm sure, for them to require it be on a Conestoga, not a regular flatbed and not a dry. They specifically asked for a Conestoga, so ain't no telling what that load is. And I know it's an explosive one. I do know that. But I'm more than sure it ain't gunpowder. You feel me?
And then most people that's owner-op, so just even if you're not an owner-op and you just, you are out here solo or however you are as a trucker, we all know we're trying to get our bag before we go home.
Yeah.
So it can, yeah.
But
again, God is good. It's gonna work out. However he
right.
decides.
So the Conestoga, like you said, you wouldn't have to do any tarping.
Right. No
But
tarping.
for them to require a Conestoga means they don't want you to tarp it.
Right.
No, it ain't about to be seen, because you could strap it down, chain it down, whatever, and throw a tarp on it. It wouldn't be seen. But for them to require a Conestoga outside of securement, they don't want it tarped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They only want the shape of it to be seen, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
So it's definitely got me curious on just what it could have been compared to what we've hauled in the past.
That is kind of interesting. I think about where being hauling high value freight for like military and government and stuff. I think it's very interesting.
Yeah.
And it takes you out of the, you're out of the normal freight, so you get to see things that general population wouldn't get to
Like
see.
for us, even our loads, our pickup locations have changed a lot since doing flatbed. Like to be over here 2 years on the dry van side. Now that we went flatbed, we've been to quite a few new
Yeah, we didn't know.
places
You
that
can't
we've never
have
been
this
to
food.
before.
Can't have grapes.
So that's
You have
kind of a
this-
dope part. So that's why I say I was definitely looking forward to seeing what would be loaded out of this particular location, man.
But then too, prior to that, the loads that we was doing before flatbed, a lot of them are not pinned on any Google Maps. Like
Oh
a
yeah,
lot of times we have to get to a certain location and they give us like the directions because you're not gonna know where it's at. It be in a cut. You'll be like, ain't nothing over there. Oh, it's something over there.
like a lot of times.
It's something over there. You just can't see it.
A lot
if
of
you don't
times,
have
even when I
access
try to
it.
put addresses in on a GPS, it don't show up. So I literally will have to Google map a store or some type of business in the general area of it and use their address to get me right there, and then I would have to go by the written directions
I don't have nothing else, baby.
of how to get to the actual location. Or just because you're at the location don't mean you're at the entrance, the trucking gate type of stuff, like all that. Just different.
Yeah, that's not Storm. That's her begging for fruit. Chase like fruit. And I was giving her
Yeah.
cantaloupe.
She's definitely back here.
Over here begging, but she can't
Boopy.
have grapes.
Boop. Boops. What are you doing?
She want grapes.
And stick your tongue in your mouth.
Right. You can't have grapes, boo.
And y'all know Chip already chilling. Chip eat. Good. He don't seem to be too worried either, does he?
Oh, they just ready. As soon as we get to a hotel to run around and do zoomies.
Mm-hmm. Or wait for this door to open up.
Right.
But yeah, man.
I think it's a little bit. I think the other part that adds to this frustration is that this was a Pacific load that we were supposed to actually do earlier this week, and then we got shifted to later on this week. Ain't this the same load?
No.
It's a different one.
Yeah.
It's
The other one was picking up.
Well, we had a little mix
Arkansas.
up in the shift in our loads, but then we wind up being able to get this load. That's right. We was able to get this load. So it's like, come on.
And then the holiday being over the weekend. What was it, Veterans Day, I think it was?
Yeah, so we missed we missed
Well,
out on like 3 days.
Military bases pretty much shut down over the weekend. So
Right.
we figured we dropped our last load on Thursday. And then we didn't pick up our next one until Monday.
That's why a lot of times, now that's one thing I did like when we were hauling what do you call it?
Just general freight.
Just general freight. We could get stack loads because stuff was open. Even sometimes, even if the holiday was closed, we still had loads sometimes that we would get that we could just drop off.
But this year, I don't even know if a lot of people was getting stacked because we were getting stacked loads even here.
Yeah.
When the loads was over the top plentiful. Now I think stuff is a little more scary. So there's a lot of outbidding going on.
And the rates are extremely low.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of rates being affected. That's every aspect of trucking. I'm sure anybody on here would attest to that. Even doing what we do, it's not so much that there's no loads for it. There's a lot more companies in this space that are underbidding and undercutting.
Yeah.
That is really driving the rates to be down. Certain customers want to stick with what they know, so they don't really take the chance and gamble with new customers or new companies that's in this space. So a lot of times, by our company being around that long and having that type of name, they kind of, people kind of stay true to it. But then there's other companies that's, the bottom line is the bottom line, and if they can get it done for cheaper, that's the play. I ain't mad at them. I'd be doing the same thing, I guess. So yeah, it is what it is, man. So yeah, I'ma lay here, rest my eyes, like I said, hopefully in the next couple hours, they at least pull us in. And we'll see what happens after that. Boops.
She's so spoiled. She done got so spoiled lately. I have spoiled her rotten.
Yes, you have.
I tell her no, she can't get on the bed. She crawl right up on the bed and get on top of me, put her paws on me, and lay on me like a person.
You wake up and she in the bed.
She is my true doggy child, for real.
Just checking in. Hope y'all get back up and running.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Vince. You already know. We're gonna stick to the script, man. It is what it is, man. And y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Moedo Folk.
And your girl Connie.
This is Married to the Miles, man. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Please. We appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Keep it pushing, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't get too high. Don't get too low. Just stay running the course, man. You'll get to where you're gonna go.
Yeah, I was looking at before we pull off, just to say, before we come on. I was looking at a video yesterday. It was a message, and he was just saying, and maybe y'all could take this with y'all. He was just saying, like, everything is about perspective. So, like, if you in a situation that it feels like you could be down in a moment, it's really about your perspective on how you view the situation. Because a down situation could really be somewhat of an up situation depending on how you look at it.
Right.
So that was really good. I just thought I'd throw that in there. Just
Yeah.
a nugget.
So it is what it is, man.
Keep a positive mindset. Keep
That's it.
A good outlook.
There you go.
Optimistic about things working out in your favor.
Never get too high or too low,
That's
man.
right. That's right. Vince K said them death issues ain't no joke.
Yeah.
I had to get rid of mine. With a laughing emoji.
This is our third issue of this year. And it's not a full depth system thing. It's always a sensor or a pump. We've had some NOx sensors replaced, and I don't know all the terminology, but it is what it is. But we'll keep y'all updated, man.
Yes, we will.
Y'all know what it is. Stay tuned, man. Stay locked.
Hope y'all getting ready to go home for the holidays, and those of you who are not, get y'all a little bit piece of turkey while y'all out here.
Yeah.
If you eat turkey.
But yeah, we gone, man. We'll keep y'all updated. If y'all see the icon pop up, check back in. I may have some new news.
All right.
All right?
Peace.
Peace.